Welcome back, guys. This is the part 3 of Power BI series, and in this part we are going to learn a lot of things, like we are going to perform data analysis on IPL, making charts on it, applying filters and making few reports on them. We know that IPL is going on and it's a good thing to learn about Power BI with the IPL data analysis. So we'll be creating few bar charts, column charts, clustered column charts, different kind of charts to make the data proper visualization. Also we'll be using some pie charts and all. Then we'll be applying few filters to understand the pattern of your data and then making a full-fledged report to understand how Power BI makes a report and manage it. So let's get started. So this is the Power BI desktop we have, and now let's first close this one. This is the window. This is the Power BI desktop. I already mentioned in the last video. I already told you that how to install it. This is the filter, visualization and different screens and areas we have here. So first we have to load the data, and to get the data, these are the common data sources here we have. So we can load the text CSV file. In my case, I have CSV file, but if you have Excel files or SQL Server or any kind of file, you can just load that. So I have two files, deliveries and matches, that I have collected from kaggle.com. So matches data, I'll open it, and after opening this data, it will take few seconds, and at the right side in the field section, you will be able to see all the columns. So this data of IPL is available from 2008 to 2019. So you can just load and transform the data. If you want to do any changes, then transform it, or you can just load. So the data is being given of each and every match, like team 1, team 2, season, who was the player of the match. A lot of things are given to you. So it will just load the data. And after loading this data, you will be able to see all the columns available at the right side. Like you can see DL applied, ID, player of the match, result. There is one more thing you have to see the pattern. There is a submission sign before few of the column. Basically it denotes that it is integer, and the calendar sign, the calendar icon is showing you that it is a date type. Okay. I will load one more data. I have the deliveries data, which is the data set of each and every ball of each and every match. Like what happened at which ball, you will be able to see. So this is the data ball by ball, like match ID, inning, batting team, bowling team, what happened at what ball, who was the batsman, who was the bowler. Also at the end, you will see that how many runs was made on that ball, was the player dismissed, what was the dismissal kind, who was the fielder. A lot of things are given. So we can just analyze and visualize a lot of things in IPL. Okay, now let's load this data. And this data is of 17 MB because it is containing more than 1 lakh observations, because this data is of ball by ball. Okay, now we have loaded matches and deliveries data here successfully. So let's see any one of the data. First we'll see the matches data, and we'll just open this matches variable and see what exactly visualization I want to make. So there are a lot of clustered bar chart, column chart, pie chart, a lot of charts are available. So if you will click on any one of the chart, it will show you that particular chart on this visualization window, a dummy chart, a blank chart like this. You have to pass the values, the x-axis and the legend into this particular graph. So these are the axis, legend and value. You have to just drag and drop the name of your column from the data set to these parameters. So if you will open your matches data, and you will see the list of the columns, so you can just pass any column name. So let's open it. So here we have, let's say, these column, and I am picking player of the match. So I just want to see who has been awarded most player of the match award till now. Like which player has got the maximum player of the match award till now. So I will just put this in the value as well as in the axis. Okay. Now this is the graph. You can look here. This is a visualization of each and every player that has been awarded player of the match till now. So you can just zoom into this graph and look at like who is the best player, who is the player that has been rewarded most player of the match award, like Chris Gayle, then De Villiers, Warner, Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, like this. Also, if I'll take my mouse to any one of the bar, it will highlight the value of that particular bar. Now, after looking at this bar, we can do one thing. If I do not want to see all the players, this is the filter window that we can use. We can apply filter on this particular data that I do not want to see all the players. I just want to see the best players. Like I can put a condition, the player who has been awarded player of the match more than 10 times. Okay, so if I want to put the condition, I want to see those player who has been awarded player of the match more than 10 times. So there are two boxes, filter on the visuals, player of the match, and then you can just select the players from this list, or you can put the condition like is less than, is greater than equals to, something like that. So I'll write is greater than 10. And now apply filter. So after applying the filter, it will only show you first 10 observations. Sorry, first observation, those observations only which has been awarded the player of the match award more than 10 times. Okay, so last player is Vinder Sehwag, who has been awarded 11 times. So this is the graph here. This is the visualization after applying the filter part. So isn't it easy to apply these kind of thing? And if you will click on any other chart, like if I click on clustered column chart, it will immediately convert this graph into clustered column chart. So earlier one was the bar chart. This one is the column chart, which is vertical. Now let's perform few styling. So this is the format area where you can just change the styling of this particular graph. Like for x-axis, y-axis, you can change the color of these bars. So if I go to data color, just pick the color, whatever you want. Let's say black. And the black color is applied, then you can just on the data labels. And if I on the data label, you can see the pattern here. Each and every value of each bar, the height of a bar is written over there. Then you can just put the background image as well. So if you want a background image in this area, let's add one image. And it will apply a background image in this particular chart. So let's go to this, and here I have the image of Chris Gayle, because Chris Gayle has been awarded the most. So I have downloaded the image of Chris Gayle, and you can also increase the transparency. So it will make your bar look better. So that's how you can just implement the background image in this plot area. Also, you can change the fit, like from normal to fill or fit, whatever you want. It's up to you. So this is the graph now. In this graph, we have made few changes, styling, and finally, that's how Power BI can make your graph look beautiful. Okay, so a lot of things you can do, styling you can do. And there is one more area in this, there is a view tab over there. In this view tab, there is also few options. There are few options that you can select to change the styling of your graph. Right now, I have just selected the styling according to me from that particular window, like we have changed the color of bars and all. But if you haven't changed, then you can select those also. Okay, so now we have successfully built one graph and understood how basic data visualization works in Power BI. If you can click on any chart, it will be immediately converted to that pie chart, area chart, like this. So that's why Power BI is used a lot by the beginners and as well as the advanced one who wants to visualize and make the reports. So that's why we generally use Power BI. Now this is the page one. Okay, so this is the page one. We can make any number of pages like you do in Excel sheets, like you have sheet 1, sheet 2. Similarly, you can have any number of pages in Power BI. So this was the page 1. If you click on plus, it will make a new page for you, page 2. Again, it is a blank. You can just make some visualizations here. Okay, so but we'll do one thing. First, let's go to page 1. You can just resize this graph and make one more graph on the same page. Okay, so if you want to have 2 or more graph on a single page, you can have it. So just resize the first one. Now let's put the pie chart. In this pie chart, I will be using the one analysis. Let's say I want to see who is the best fielder till now, like who has taken the most number of catches. So there is a fielder column over there. You have to put this, drag and drop this fielder column into legend, detail and value. All the 3 columns you can just pass this fielder column. Okay, now the problem with this fielder column is that in each and every row there is not a fielder. Okay, in few of the rows fielder is available because on each ball there is not a wicket that has been taken. So there are a lot of blank values, empty values in our data. So the ratio of empty values is maximum. That's why the graph is being covered with this only one color. So what we have to do here is we have to get rid of this blank value. The missing values we have. We just want to see the filters value where fielder is available. So in the filter, you can just pick the particular filters that you want to see first, or you will see the first checkbox. If you will see 172630 is the value of these are the rows where there is no filter. So if I unselect this one, if I'm not using this one, then you can see the pie chart. Now in this pie chart, only filter data is available. Okay, so this is the first thing that you have to do. Just unselect this one, select all and unselect this one. You will get the pie chart, and after that select the count of fielder that is greater than, let's say I just want to see those fielders who has taken more than 100 catches. Apply filter. Now this is the outcome of those player who has taken more than 100 catches. So MS Dhoni number 1, then Karthik, Uthappa, Raina and De Villiers. So this was the basic pie chart that you can visualize based on that particular column. So I hope it's clear to you that how to make a page and then how to visualize few details. And so now you know the IPL is going on, a lot of things you can practice with this particular data. Lots of columns are given, so you can just see who has made the most number of run in IPL, who has been most rewarded man of the match. These kind of stuff you can do easily. Now we'll be creating one report here. In page number 2, I'm going to build one report and I'll be using one column, only one column I'll be using, and make a lot of different charts based on that. So in matches data, we have a venue column. In that particular venue column, it is given that which match is being played on what stadium, okay, at which location. So we can just create a table, map or anything again. So first we'll create, let's say, a table, create on table. It will create a dummy table here. Okay, now in this table, I want to put some values. Let's drag and drop the venue. It will show all the venues available to you, but it is not showing the count of venues, like which venue, on which venue the matches was played the most. It is not showing you that. It is showing you like what venues are available. In the filter area, I can see the number of matches played in each venue, but on the table, it is not displaying it. Okay, I can just pick only few of those stadiums that I want to see. Now after this we can select few of the columns, like I have picked Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, Punjab Cricket Association, like these are the stadiums that I have picked. But the problem is that it is not showing you the values on the particular table. So what we have to do, if I convert it into a multi-row card, then it will look like this, but still values are not available. Like what are the values? How many matches are played at what stadium? So to understand this thing, I'll be first creating some other chart so that I can see the values. Okay, so let's go to this clustered column chart. I'll be creating this clustered column chart. Here I will put the values and the venue will be drag drop this. Now in this particular box, we have this particular cluster chart here, cluster column chart. You can see the venues with the descending order, like which stadium has been the matches played at what stadium the most. Like Eden Garden is the stadium where maximum number matches has been played now. Just copy paste the graph, make a pie chart of it. It will be converted into a pie chart. I will also show you one map also. Again, let's copy paste it. So we have not that much area, so we'll just remove this filter window and take it to the left, resize it a little bit. And now there is a map option available in the visualization. So this is the map option. Click on that. It will convert it into a map. So you can just see this globe here, and now you can just zoom into this, and now there is no value showing it because you have to put the venue into the location. So put the location and then you can see the locations. So basically it denotes the circle, and the size of circle denotes the value of it. Like how big the circle is depends on the how much matches has been played at that particular venue. So that's how it will show you this graph. So Eden Garden 77 matches like this. So you can zoom into this graph whatever you want. Now after that I again make this copy of it, paste it here, and I will make it as a multi-row card so that you will be able to see the value of each stadium that I have picked. So I have picked only few 5 or 6 stadium. These are the values of those stadium, like how many matches being played at those venues. Okay, so that's how we can just make a report. We are making a report here. So we have used 4, 5 or any number of graph you can put here. Okay, and after that, after this particular visualization, you can convert it into an area chart, line plots or anything you want. Okay, so that's how these basic reports works. Now I'll be just making this report work with filters. Okay, so how do I will do that? First, let me resize it a little bit to make the graph look more visible to you. Okay, also you can zoom in, zoom out to particular filter. Power BI dashboard, you can just zoom into it. Okay, Now we'll do one thing, not just the map, we can just zoom into the whole window. Okay, so we'll be doing one thing here. We'll be using the filters, and I'll be applying the filters on the page. Now I'm not talking about a single chart. Okay, I'm not talking about tile is a single chart, but we are talking about the full page. So just drag and drop the venue column into filter on this page. Now you can pick the values that you want to see on all the 4 graphs available to you. Let's click on any one of them. So all the 4 visualizations, all the 4 information will be showing only the data of this stadium. Then let's pick another one. Now these two will be shown to you. Pick another one. So now you will be seeing the implementation, the actual usage of Power BI reports here. So you can just pick the particular stadium from here, particular venue from here. All the charts available to you will be showing you that data only. That's why we use this page level reports here. Okay, so I hope it will be a good understanding for all of you to understand why we are using Power BI here, how it is a very good tool to analyze and visualize the data, because we are just doing one thing. We have just created 4 graphs based on a single column, and we have just put the page level filter, and applying that page level filter will continuously make the changes on all the graph, all the visualizations available to you. So on a single click, it will change all the 4 graphs, all the 4 visualizations. So I hope it's clear to you. You enjoyed this video, and we'll be looking more details, more analytics of IPL, and using more complicated graph that are advanced level of graph, like funnel charts. We have the ribbon charts, and we have the donut charts. Like I have already converted my pie chart into donut chart. So these are the advanced level visualization that we will look in the next video. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more videos.